All right, good to have you back. Today we're going to talk about connecting the one chord to the six chord, open positions, uh, most common keys C, A, G, E, and D. If you're looking at those chords from the cycle of fifths perspective, we have C, G, D, A, and E. Each of those most common keys is a fifth apart. Okay, so all we're going to do to begin with is just connect with a super simple bass line. Okay, and it's a diatonic bass line, diatonic chord progression, meaning that all the notes are in the same key. We're just connecting with C, going to a B note, which is passing down to the A minor chord, right? Okay, you can do that in the other keys, of course. But what we want to do is take a look at a chord inversion that works beautifully with that connection. And that chord inversion is the five chord in first inversion. So if we're looking at the key of C, the five chord is G, and the first inversion puts the B of that chord in the lowest voice. And so now what we're going to do is connect the C with the A minor and put the G over B in the middle position. Play it with a different feel. So you've got this nice little moving bass line. You get the idea. So rather than go, the harmonic rhythm here is important too. I mean, I'm playing these in long durations, but if you're just wanting to connect C major to an A minor and put something in between, you can. You get the idea, right? Okay, so it's the five chord in the case of the key of C. It's the five chord in first inversion with the third in the bass in the lowest voice. We can do the same thing in the key of G. And then now to the F sharp. The five chord of G is a D. And so that puts it's now a D with an F sharp in the bass. So here, works great, doesn't it? You've heard it, you've heard it before, over and over again. I know you have. It's a great connection, and it's a great way to sort of create more interest in your chord progressions. So in our journey to just do this in five different keys, the five most common keys, let's pick another key. Let's go to the key of D. Key of D. So the five chord in the key of D is D, E, F, G, A, right? So here's our key of D. Okay, there's key of D, and so now what we want to do is move to the B minor. So if we're moving to the B minor just with single notes, and now we want to connect the 5 chord with the third of the chord in the lowest voice. It's an A chord with a C sharp in the lowest voice. Right? Okay, there it is in the key of D. Let's do the same thing in the key of A. All right. So the 5 chord in the key of A is A, B, C, D, E, right? Going through the cycle of fifths, and the E with the third on the bottom. This is a bit of stretch. Would be the G sharp. And so we're in the key of A, and our 6th chord in the key of A is F sharp, and the E chord with the G sharp. Some of you have longer fingers than I do, I'm sure. So here you go. So you've got A. Same deal, right? You've got that same moving bass line. You're connecting the 1 chord to the 6 chord in each case. So far we've done C and G and D and have we done A yet? A, yeah, we just did A. Now we're into E. So E's a sort of a funny one because you have to jump around a little bit, right? Because your bass note is the lowest note on, you can't go any lower, so you can't get below that. So we could move up to here for our E, going to the B with the third in the bass, to the 6th chord, C sharp minor, right? That's probably the well, it sounds the most logical. If you take it down here. That great big leap in the in the lower voice. So if you can play this chord, do it. It's really just a barred C, right? I suppose you could do this one too. That's nice. Okay, so those are one to a six with a first inversion five chord in between those two connections, right? Those two chords to give you essentially, you know, to make the progression more interesting, and to give you a chord that captures this passing note. Sorry. Right. All right. Connecting the one chord and the six chord. You can take it back the other way too. You can connect the six chord if you want to play from the relative minor to the one chord. And so on. Lots and lots of different possibilities. The idea here is that you get a relationship with at least your five most common keys, those open keys, and you can start to do some you know classic chord progressions that pop up over and over and over again in thousands of different tunes, and you will learn to hear them when you learn to play them. Uh, that's the way to do it, and yeah, I think that's about it. I think you get the idea. So that's it for today, for this session. And if this was a help to you, let us know. Nice comments are really appreciated by all of us, right? Including you, probably. And like, subscribe. That's all great. And I hope this was a help. If you like. If you would like us to take a specific direction, or if you've got a question to ask, do so down in the comments. We'll get back to you. I'm working on a couple of those questions right now, and that's good. I think we're done for today. Thanks for stopping by, and keep playing.